Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. Today is going to be my first ever party prep. My baby girl just recently turned 1 and we had a Winter Wonderland birthday party for her. I did everything myself and I made plenty of mistakes along the way and I kept all of it in. So I hope that you guys enjoy this video and let's get into it. So we are 2 days before the party. We had the party on a Saturday and this was on Thursday. I decided to get ahead of the game and bake the cake so that on Friday night, all I had to do was decorate it. So if you learn anything from this video, I hate to say this, I would not recommend the strawberry funfetti. I thought the strawberry would be perfect since it's pink. So I just thought it would be good for a little girl. But there was something really weird about the batter. I noticed it whenever I mixed it. It was, you'll probably be able to tell, it was so thin and like watery. And I've never seen a box cake mix like that before. I always have seen the mixes call for 3 eggs and this called for 4, which I thought was really weird. And then I can't remember the water and the oil, but I checked like 6 times to make sure that I did the correct ingredients because it was just so watery. I don't know if you can tell here. And then whenever I took it out of the oven, and you'll see, we checked it with a toothpick in like multiple spots and it came out clean. And then I cooled it in the pan for a while and then I flipped it over onto the cooling rack. And you'll see here in a second, like the inside of it was like a lava cake. I don't know how the toothpick came out clean. The cake was completely ruined, although I was very stubborn and I didn't want it to be ruined, so I thought I could fix it. You'll see later that I had to pitch the entire cake, but I was determined to try my best to make it work because I do not like being wasteful. So there, just put it back into the oven, trying to get it to cook all the way. It did take a while and I don't know. I flip it out here and I apparently didn't spray the pan well enough because then this part fell off and I was like, oh, it'll be fine. Like I can just use icing to glue it. And yeah, like I said, I did have to throw it away, but I just really wanted to be ahead of the game and I didn't want to be wasteful. So I was just really trying and I didn't have another like backup cake mix with me. So I couldn't make it that night. So my husband ended up going to the store the next night and then I had to start completely over from scratch. But like I said, I made a lot of mistakes in this video. I wanted to keep all this in just to show you guys. You can, for one, learn from my mistakes and 2, know that this is not a perfect party prep video. I'm not a professional. I just hope it gives you some inspiration if you're a mom trying to do things on your own and trying to save money, that you can do it even though you might hit some bumps along the way. So here we are, Friday. It's like mid-morning. My little girl is napping and so I decided to bake the cupcakes. I have my little helper here with me. So we are going to get these going so I can at least be on top of it for something. Okay, so here I am completely in denial about this cake that you can see is missing the center of it, and I'm going to try and start decorating it. So I had this vision. I didn't like 100% know what I was going to do. I wasn't like going off of one picture of a cake or anything. I kind of just like looked up Winter Wonderland cake on Pinterest, and then just in my mind kind of like molded some of them together to just kind of like make it my own. So I had this vision to like swirl the icing and have 3 different shades. So I was going to do white, a light pink, and then a little bit of a darker pink, and I'm just using this like neon pink food coloring. So I'm mixing it up, and then I'm sure this is like an actual technique. I don't know what it's called. If it is, I'm sure I'm not the person to made this up, but in the little piping bag, I'm just gonna like drop all 3 of them randomly in, so that whenever the icing comes out, it's like swirled together different colors. Okay, so here in my mind, I was like, oh, I don't need to do a crumb coat. Like, the whole thing's gonna be covered up in icing anyway. And that was stupid. Here I'm trying to glue that one piece on, and I thought I got it to stay. This happened with my son's birthday cake as well. Whenever I made his last July, part of it fell off. And I mean, this is just like a little smash cake, so I just like wasn't too worried about it. And I also just want to mention, like, you can see that I'm like touching the icing on it and stuff. That's just because my baby is the only one who's going to be eating this. So if I was going to be serving this to everyone else, I obviously wouldn't be touching it the way that I am. But here you can see what I mean about the pinks and the white swirling together. I think it looks really pretty. I had no idea what I was doing though, technique wise. If you are someone who actually like bakes cakes, or decorates them, then you're probably cringing at me right now. And I realized, like, once I started doing this design on the side, like, it wasn't gonna work. And right there, whenever the chunk fell off, I almost threw it away then, but I was like, nope, I'm determined, I'm gonna keep going. And then whenever I was trying to do this design on the side, I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I need to look up like how you're actually legitimately supposed to do this. And then it fell down again, and that's whenever I was like, nope, I am throwing it away. So here I am at night, and I just got the normal confetti, and I am again just starting over from scratch, going to bake this cake. Okay, so while the cake bakes, I'm going to start frosting the cupcakes. I'm just using chocolate frosting on all of them. And then I put some sanding sugar on top. I didn't get it specifically for the cupcakes. I just already had it in my pantry. But I used white, I had hot pink, and then some silver, and it was so pretty, especially the white. I wish I had just done all of them with only the white, because it looked just like a glisten of snow on top, so it worked perfect for the Winter Wonderland theme. And then I also got some snowflake cupcake toppers that I used. So let me know what you think of the cupcakes. I think that they turned out so pretty. Okay, so now I'm hanging up this backdrop that I just got off of Amazon. We have this wall in our living room that is completely empty, and I keep meaning to do, sorry about my cat. I keep meaning to do like family pictures on here or something, but since it's just empty, I thought it was the perfect spot for like a little focal point with a backdrop and a balloon arch. Okay, so the cakes have been done and cooling in the pan for about 10 minutes. I was holding my breath while I flipped them over, but they turned out just fine. So now I'm going to start blowing up the balloons for the balloon arch. The balloon arch is also from Amazon. I have this little balloon pump that is a miracle worker, because when we had my son's birthday party in July, I was like, oh, I don't need one of those. Like, it's fine. I'll save money. I mean, they're not even expensive anyway, but I didn't think it was a big deal, and I got him a balloon arch, and I blew up every single balloon, like, with my lungs. I literally lost my voice for like 2 weeks afterwards. I got really sick. I don't know if I got sick from that, but it definitely didn't help. I had like pain in my chest for days afterwards. It's horrible. So yeah, this time I decided to get one of these pumps. Unfortunately, it doesn't blow up the small balloons, and whenever you order a balloon arch kit, typically there's like different size balloons. So that's what Alex is doing, helping me blow up all the small ones.
If it comes back, it's meant to be. How can I make you see? There will never be another you and me. This could be the last time that we see each other, but I wanted you to know that this ain't over. If you fall, I'll pick you up, never too much. Carry these memories till we're older. So let's try to rewind and turn back all this time. So let's try to rewind now. This ain't over. This ain't over. This ain't over. You know it. You know it. You know it. You know it. This ain't over. You know that I'll be waiting when you come back, yeah. I'll be waiting when you come back, when you come back to me.
Okay, so now that all of the balloons are finally blown up, I'm just going to cut the tops of the cake off to level them out. And they were still a tad bit warm, so I'm just going to let them cool completely before I start decorating. And then I'm going to start actually making the balloon arch kit. Whenever I saw these balloons on the floor, I was just like, oh Lord, please be near. It comes with this tape. It's what it's called. It's called balloon tape, I think. And it looks like tape, but it's not actually like sticky or anything, but there's little holes that you just slide the tied part of the balloon into, and then you just like alternate which way they're going. So it's easy to do this, like a monkey could do it. It's not hard whatsoever, but it is just like tedious doing this. So this definitely took me a good while.
I just wanna love you, just wanna hold you, just wanna be with you till we grow old. Please tell me you'll stay
Okay, so now we are on to the cake for real this time. I came to my senses and I did a crumb coat. I don't know why. I was thinking I didn't need one earlier because like any gaps poking through the little icing design things like really, show. So anyway, I'm doing a crumb coat and then I'm going to put it in the fridge for, I don't know, maybe like 15 minutes just to let it set and harden before I continue on with it.
We don't care about the others. You set my world on fire. You're my heart's desire. I just wanna love you, just wanna hold you.
Okay, so while that's in the fridge, we are moving back onto the balloon arch. Alex and I are not arguing, but disagreeing on how to hang it up because I wanted to tack it to the wall. I just thought that seemed like the easiest thing to do, and he was like, no, our wall, which I get, but at the same time, I'm like, we're gonna be in this house for a long time. Like, who cares if we have, like some holes in the wall? We can patch them up later. Like, it's just a season of life where we've got birthday parties and whatnot, and if this is gonna be our party wall, like, let's just embrace it. But he doesn't argue with me about much. So I was like, okay, he can have his way because it's not very often that he disagrees with me. Okay, so here I am actually decorating the cake now, and I like it. I think it turned out good. Obviously, it's like, sloppy. It doesn't look like a professional did it because I'm not. I'm just a mom who doesn't really know what she's doing, but I'm doing my best trying to figure it out. I watched a YouTube video on how to do this design, and it's called a rosette. This is what I was trying to do the first time, so yeah, I know I was absolutely nowhere close to it, but I love making my kids' birthday cakes. My mom always made ours growing up. She never got us a store-bought one. She never got us a professional one, and we didn't care. It was just fun picking out something like from a magazine back then, because of course there's not Pinterest, and then she just like magically made it come to life. And even though I'm sure hers weren't perfect either, like we thought that they were amazing, and it was really special because she made it for us. So I hope my kids grow up feeling the same way. Okay, so I got this cute little cake topper off of Etsy. Here in a minute, I show you the card for her business name. But here I am helping with the balloon arch because I lost the argument, like I said, not argument, disagreement. Alex ended up using command hooks, which I think was a whole lot more work than just tacking it. But you know what? Our wall stayed looking seamless, so I guess that's the important thing. Okay, so now I'm just blowing up this one balloon. I ended up putting it up with like the balloon arch area, and now I am laying out this banner. I'm having to look at the picture on Amazon on my phone to see like where the snowflakes and stuff go, but it's like typically for first birthdays, like these are pretty popular where you just have a picture of them every month from being a newborn up until they turn 1. So I'm just going to put this banner together, and then I'm going to hang it up on our fireplace mantle because that just seemed to be the best place for it. Okay, so now I'm working on newborn through 5 months, the first banner. I'm hanging it up on our fireplace, like I said, and I'm just using some Scotch tape, or actually I think I used painter's tape. You can see it right there. So yeah, and it was hidden, like you couldn't really see it. And yeah, it was just super easy and just a fun way to add some extra decor and make it personal for your party. Okay, so now I'm just working on adding all the pictures to the second banner, and it's just crazy. Like, seeing all these pictures together is just a walk down memory lane, and it's just wild how a year can go by so fast when all the days feel so long. Okay, so I'm about to add the one balloon, but I just wanted to give you guys a little shot of the wall with the backdrop and the balloon arch. I think the balloon arch ended up looking so good, even though, like I said, I think it was a lot more work with the command hooks. It did really look good. So here I am just undoing some more decor, unwrapping it. I obviously took a shower, got my pajamas. It was really late at this point, and I had this other banner. Ended up putting it on the banister by our basement. Our house is open concept, so there's like not really any doorways. So there's not really a very good place to put banners other than the fireplace, and we don't have a lot of wall space either other than where we put the balloon arch, because our other side of the house is like all windows, which is really nice because there's so much sunlight, but there's like not any wall space. So I figured that the banister by the basement area was the best place for this banner. Okay, so I did use Scotch tape for this banner because I didn't want you to be able to see the bright blue painter's tape, obviously. So this was the last thing that I did this night. We went to bed about 12:45, so it was pretty late, and then got up the next morning and I got ready and started on the next project, which was the banner for her high chair. I remember with Jonah's first birthday, this was a pain. I couldn't get it to stay evenly. I did do a little bit better with this one. It came with like some sticky, I don't know what it's called. It's not, I guess it's like a kind of glue, but it's just like sticky rubbery stuff. Hopefully you know what I'm talking about. And that definitely helped to stick it to the high chair. I ended up using some Scotch tape as well because you'll see here it just kind of kept falling, and there were two layers to it. There's like this one with all the ribbon that I'm working on right now, and then the other one that spelled one got laid on top of it. So here I'm just tying it onto the high chair. It was had like the twine on the end of it already, so I didn't need to add that, but I'm just tying this on, and then I'll use a combination of that sticky glue stuff and Scotch tape to make it stay, and I think this ended up so pretty. And if you want to see pictures of the actual party while it was happening, make sure you check out my Instagram. I always have it in the description box, but I never really talked about it, but it's just at Tessa Burger. It's Burgher. Like I said, it's in the description box. But I got some really cute pictures of the party. So I'm trying really hard to get this set up. I was having a bit of a tough time, especially because she was being a little bit clingy at this point. So I took a break from that, and I decided to just do whatever I could with one hand. So here I am just going to get the island set up with this tablecloth, and then right here you'll see how cute the high chair ended up. So I hope that you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, please subscribe, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you in the next one.